The first lesson in economics is there are always trade-offs. A Big Mac tastes good, but it'll wreck your diet. On the other hand, sweet green is healthy, but it'll probably drain your bank account. Pick your trade-off. Here's another trade-off. If your country announces it's banning gas by 2035, like in states like California, New York, and Massachusetts, it will force oil-producing countries to scramble to find new alternate revenue streams. Enter Saudi Arabia. They are breaking ties to the US dollar and jumping onto China's MBridge project, which is a state-backed centralized digital currency, or CBDC for short. This is the biggest story of the year, and the mainstream media is totally ignoring it.
The Bank for International Settlements announced on Wednesday that Saudi Arabia is now officially a full participant in Project MBridge. Now, this project, which started in 2021, is a collaboration between the central banks of China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and the United Arab Emirates to test CBDCs for cross-border trade and payments. And they just reached what's called the MVP, or the Minimum Viable Product stage, which means this project is not just some conceptual idea or a prototype. It's happening for real this time.
Recently, the American think tank for international affairs called the Atlantic Council had this to say with the Chinese-Saudi deal. Quote, "Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the resulting financial sanctions, we have seen cross-border wholesale CBDCs such as China's Project MBridge multiply and evolve." Here's another quote from Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed Bin Salman, who told associates last year, quote, "We are no longer interested in pleasing the United States." This changes everything. It means a lot for the US dollar, but also for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Let's break it all down. This is Isaiah McCall from 99 Bitcoins, and this is Saudi Arabia just broke the US dollar. Was losing US hegemony part of his plan?
My name is Joe Biden. I love ice cream.
We consider ourselves politically agnostic at 99 Bitcoins. And besides, not to put all the blame on Joe, the US has been heading towards this disaster for several years. The painful truth is the free ride of the dollar is over. The world cannot sustain it.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
Since 1933, the US dollar has lost 92% of its domestic purchasing power. It doesn't help that almost half of global trade is based on this volatile system. But like we said, it wasn't just Biden. Both parties ignored the debasement of currency, which led to the crashes of 2008, 2020, and 2023. It also led to the creation of Bitcoin. Americans think in quarter-long windows and take military and economic supremacy for granted. Countries like Saudi Arabia, India, China, Russia are looking at the long-term picture, figuring out ways to reduce their reliance on US dollars. That leads us to China's new CBDC project, MBridge. Right now, yuan settlements in China's cross-border payments rose from 18% nearing 30% by early 2024. And international trade using the yuan hit a peak of 4.7% in March 2024, up from 1.9% in 2023. Swift reports. It also might be the reason China is defiant in adopting Bitcoin. Why buy Bitcoin when you have a CBDC instead? The point is, with US sanctions tightening their grip, China's CBDC is emerging as the preferred route for global money transfers. So, was it self-sabotage or hubris that got America to this current state? We don't know, mate. What am I, British now? But we've squandered our advantage. And now we have this. NATO G7 versus BRICS. BRICS is a geo-economic alliance whose members are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and soon to be Saudi Arabia. The 5 countries represent nearly 3 billion people and are some of the fastest growing economies on the planet. You can literally think of these as the teams if, and we said if, a World War III broke out. When you have Putin meeting with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, or Putin and Chinese leader Xi Jinping laughing like old college buddies over beer, you should be very worried. Nearly every country in BRICS plays a huge part too. China is the factory of the world, India is the world's most populous country, Brazil is the largest economy in South America, and nice babes too. And South Africa is rich in a variety of minerals like iron ore and platinum. It's why the rapid development of MBridge is happening right now. And even big name banks like HSBC and Standard Chartered are in MBridge too. And the list is only growing. And it's not like China is the only one doing this. According to the Atlantic Council Tracker, about a dozen CBDCs have launched and 72 are in research and development. As more central banks adopt CBDCs, the yuan will eat into dollar supremacy like a vampire for blood.
You must be the head waiter.
Count, blood count, at your service.
Right now, outside our studio in New York City, people are protesting Trump versus Biden. We swear, this right versus left BS is the perfect WWE plotline to distract us from the actual fight going on. US patriotism was supported by 70% of Americans in 1998 and has now dropped to 38%. Having children was at 59%, now 30%. Community involvement, once at 68%, is now at 27%. It makes sense. What happened after 1998? Iraq, the Bushes, the internet, the 2008 housing crisis, trillions of dollars of debt, TBQH, yeah, look that one up. The Western decline is so plainly obvious and personally felt by everyone living in America and Europe that we wonder how young you would have to be not to notice it. I mean, look at our channel here at 99 Bitcoins. We have guys shilling meme coins every day. And quite honestly, those currencies still make more sense than the US dollar. That's where we're at. So here's what you should do. Macroeconomic stories like what's happening to China and Saudi Arabia are out of your control. Accept that. That means it starts with ignoring the red versus blue outrage and focusing on what you can change in your own life. Bitcoin will have a field day in a global economy with multiple competing currencies. It will likely be a great investment in the coming years. While CBDCs are subject to the rules of the country they come from, Bitcoin has no country it came from. It's the world's currency, or the world's asset for wealth storage. This is a powerful thing. There are also many other cryptocurrencies that thrive in an environment like this, like Ethereum, which will be used to settle global payments, Solana, which is becoming the Apple of crypto, Toncoin, VeChain, and Render. Heck, even meme coins, because who doesn't like to have fun while the world burns? Listen, it will take a Herculean effort to turn the US around. America will pay a harsh penalty for tolerating fools in Washington, D.C. Within our lifetimes, we will see the dollar increasingly devalue. But all we can do is make the changes in our own lives. As the great Russian author Fyodor Dostoevsky said, quote, "Every man is not only responsible for what he does, but what everyone else does." In other words, who knows what impact getting your own life together can have on others? And that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Here at 99 Bitcoins, we're the #1 hub for crypto education on the internet. So if you like that video, check out some other ones over here. And no more meme coins, we promise.